As chairperson of NIPANC, I am absolutely thrilled that hashtag Pedal the Periphery is making a return in 2024. I'm so proud of sisters Andrea Harrower and Kathy Booth for what they achieved in 2023, raising the awareness and sizable funds for NIPANC. The impact of the campaign was massive, and it really hit the hearts and minds of the local media and press and the people of Northern Ireland, and indeed further afield. Our social media shows that hashtag Pedal the Periphery was picked up in over 80 countries across the world. For a pancreatic cancer charity in Northern Ireland, to hit that amount of awareness is just incredible. It also raised over £100,000 for NIPANC, and NIPANC will be investing those funds in pancreatic cancer research. It's hard to believe that it all started over a cup of coffee at the Lockkeeper's Inn at the side of the Lagan. When I met with Andrea and Kathy, they posed a question and they said, look, we've got this crazy idea. We want to cycle around the periphery of Northern Ireland. It's 480 miles. We want to do it in 48 hours, and we want to raise funds for NIPANC. They had two simple questions for me. They asked, do you think that this is a sensible idea? And secondly, do you think that NIPANC would support us? And my answer was really simple. My answer was, I think it's a great idea. And yes, NIPANC will be 100% behind you. And just at the end of that, Andrea said, you know, and we've got this purple Volkswagen Beetle that we could maybe use. And with Purple being the pancreatic cancer charity, that was just music to our ears. At that stage, we had no idea what would transpire from that initial cup of coffee. Entered the frame a fantastic guy called Mark Strutt. Mark is an incredibly talented mechanic, and he has transformed what was a non-roadworthy, clapped out 1974 Volkswagen Beetle into the machine that we see here today, and all on a totally voluntary basis. Mark is the brother-in-law of Lisa Strutt, who is one of our trustees. And Lisa lost her husband John to pancreatic cancer 3 years ago. Something really special happened in that run-up to hashtag Pedal Periphery last year, in that two families who were touched tragically by pancreatic cancer came together to create hashtag Pedal the Periphery. A family who had lost a loved one and who had a beetle, and someone who had the skills to transform a beetle into what we see here with us today. Watching Mark hand over the keys to Andrea was a wonderful thing to witness. When you look at the beetle as it is here today, you can just imagine the feeling that Andrea had in getting what was a clapped out car ready to make something really, really worthwhile. And we're going to be using the beetle right the way through the campaign. You'll see it. It'll be front and center of all we're doing over the next few months. You'll see it popping up hopefully around the province and helping us purely by this little purple machine to raise awareness and more funds for pancreatic cancer. It is incredible that the wishes of a dying man in Paddy Harrower to do something, as he said, something special, something meaningful following his terminal diagnosis with pancreatic cancer, to take that full circle to what has transpired last year in Pedal the Periphery 2023, and what is now becoming a team event in hashtag Pedal the Periphery 2024. Hashtag Pedal the Periphery 2024 is now open for entries. What we want is folks to come forward, go onto our website and register your team and make this an event that will be a great memory and a great tribute for Paddy and for Kathy's friend Natalie. Help us keep their memory alive by joining us from the 7th to the 9th of June this year.